Ever since OpenAI announced that ads are coming to the 900 million free users on ChatGPT, every Google Ads agency, e-commerce brand, and business running ads on Google has all been thinking the same thing. What are ads on ChatGPT going to look like? How will the ads manager work? And how they can get a competitive advantage to either sell this as a service or print from ChatGPT ads, which I believe is going to be one of the biggest opportunities in 2026 and beyond. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the pros and cons of ChatGPT ads and Google ads based on what we know so far. And at the end of the video, I'm going to be giving you 3 hot predictions when it comes to ChatGPT ads. So getting straight into it, let's look at what you're actually buying when it comes to Google ads versus ChatGPT ads. Now, if you're watching this, you probably already know that when it comes to Google, you've got so many different options when it comes to advertising. You can advertise across YouTube, Google Search, Gmail, Maps. There's so much advertising inventory that you can buy from. You really are spoiled when it comes to where you can spend your dollars. There's even Google Shopping, where you've got the ability to put your products right at the top of Google Search, which even though might be too in your face for some people, is absolutely printing for a lot of e-commerce brands and agencies all over the world. Now, when it comes to ChatGPT ads, the options out there are far more limited. Based upon the information we see right now, you're essentially buying a banner ad that appears at the bottom of the answer. So you're not actually able to influence the answer in ChatGPT. If you want to do that, you basically have to do AI SEO or AIO, where you do SEO to influence the answers. When it comes to the ads themselves, they're going to show up at the bottom of the answer. As you can see, they do take up a lot of real estate. And really, based upon what we know, there's 2 different options. You've got the ability to essentially do some sort of shopping ad, as you can see here, which is likely going to be taking you to checking out through ChatGPT Shopping. And then you've got the ability to do what I believe is going to be a banner to click through to a website, as well as the ability to actually chat with an ad. So you can actually chat with an ad in order to ultimately either, I believe this will be some sort of lead generation ad, or the ability to, again, work with this hotel directly through ChatGPT. So of course, there are far less options with ChatGPT than when it comes to Google. So this is potentially seen as a con. Now, when it comes to the buyer journey and intent, obviously due to all the different ways that you can advertise through Google, you really do have so much of the buyer journey. All the way from top of funnel, where you got the ability to interrupt a user and show them banner advertisements. But then you've also obviously got Google Ads, where you're able to target people right at the end of the buyer journey when they're looking to buy or transact with a business online. You can see we've got sponsored results here, sponsored results in Maps. You've got the ability to have a touch point at every stage of the buyer journey, and when the intent is very, very high. You can see here that you've got similar aspects to what you might see on Meta ads, where you can do YouTube advertisements, again, to interrupt a person. So you've really got different ways to advertise, and you've got the ability to target people with all different types of intent. You've even got the ability to advertise within Gmail. So there really is unlimited options when it comes to Google to target people at every single stage. Now, ChatGPT is a little bit different. Obviously, you do have some sort of interruption. You have got the ability to target low intent users, but I do believe that the ads are going to be more shown when people have higher intent and they're further along the buyer journey. For example, here you can see that I was looking for 3 different book recommendations. So people really are looking for recommendations and looking to buy things through ChatGPT, which means you do have high intent users. Something that I do believe is very different, though, with ChatGPT compared to Google. You can see that this is an actual prompt that I sent to ChatGPT. I was talking to ChatGPT for about a minute, explaining a problem that I was facing in my business. And you can see that it actually recommended 2 different products, GPT for Sheets and Instantly. Now, these weren't sponsored results, but you can see you've got the ability to target people in a very different, unique way. The intent for them, they're looking to learn, they're looking to solve their problems. And you're able to recommend a product via organic or eventually advertisement at the stage where they're looking to solve their problem. If you compare this to Google Ads, you're more targeting different keywords that people might be searching, which is very different when you compare to this massive long prompt that I sent to ChatGPT, which ultimately led me to buy 2 different products. So they are very different. Google still wins in this camp. However, I do think it's going to be interesting to see how ChatGPT develops, especially when you're given that you're going to be able to combine intent, which is something that's going to make it a massive advantage for marketers. Now, in terms of the reach, obviously Google wins just in terms of numbers. There's around 5 trillion searches on Google every single year. So when you just compare Google search alone, Google is massively ahead here. When we compare this to ChatGPT, ChatGPT has around 900 million weekly active users. Now, we don't know how many prompts these people are doing. However, I imagine it is far less than the total number that Google is able to boast. On top of that, you'll see this is actually ChatGPT versus Google Gemini usage. You can see that ChatGPT is slowly chipping away at share of search, but Google is still far ahead. Now, obviously, you could see this as a big pro for Google because you're able to reach a lot more people. But one of the downsides with having a lot of reach is you also have a lot more competition. And that's why I think getting into ChatGPT ads early is going to be really important, because while there's less people that you can reach, there'll be less competition, which just due to supply and demand, which means you'll be able to acquire customers for much cheaper rates. So I would actually say when ChatGPT ads release, this is going to be a massive pro for them and something that you should definitely keep an eye out for. Now moving on to ecosystem and tooling. Now you right now as a business owner or marketer, you're looking to learn more about advertisements as a whole. And when it comes to Google, they are just so much further ahead. They've got the Google Ads Manager. There's a transparency center. You can spy on advertisements. You've got tools like SEMrush, Ahrefs, tracking tools out there in order to make it much easier to run Google ads. Tons of forums. So Google is so much further ahead there. And really, there isn't any set of ecosystem or tools yet for ChatGPT. Now, I am hoping to change this. You'll see the first links in the description are actually to Ad Intel, a tool that I'm making to give you a complete workflow to create winning ChatGPT ads, and also my free community, Future Proof, which is where I'm going to be sharing all the blueprints in order to create winning ChatGPT ads, how to offer ChatGPT ads as a service, and to give everyone that's currently running Google ads everything that they need in order to take advantage of this massive opportunity. To check those two links out in the description. As for now, Google is still definitely winning, and I don't expect this to change anytime soon. However, I am hoping to make a difference. Now moving on to the costs and economics. Now, one of the benefits with Google being around for so long, you've got really solid benchmarks that you can use to compare yourself against. Not only overall averages for click-through rate, cost per click, conversion rates, cost per leads, which you can compare your campaigns against to learn whether you're doing things right or wrong. But you've also got the ability to dive down per industry, which just makes it so helpful for businesses that are just getting started, because you've really got the ability to compare yourself against the averages to know if you're doing well or not. Now, Google ads can be a lot more expensive when you compare it to something like Meta ads. However, you can get started for a very small budget, $10, $20 you can get started, which does make it easy for, anyone to try them out to see if they're a fit for their business, which is something that I really love about the platform. Now, when you compare this to ChatGPT, ChatGPT is very different. These ads come with premium prices that only been charged per impression. You can see it's going to be $60 per 1,000 impressions, which is around 3 times higher than Meta ads, which is very expensive. You can see here they really are a premium compared to any other major channel to get your business out there. And right now, OpenAI is expecting a minimum $200,000 commitment, which is really putting them out of reach for small businesses. However, when they do release the ads manager, I do expect this to change. But for right now, this really is a massive con for ChatGPT, because not only can you not get access, but it's probably outside of your budget in order to start advertising on there. So again, this is another one that Google has won, but I wouldn't write ChatGPT off just yet, because this will change. Now, in terms of the targeting and controls, unfortunately, ChatGPT does give you limited tracking. It's giving you no conversion or purchase data, unlike Google and Meta, which is a con. There's very little targeting. I do think this will change again. It's coming out more and more in the coming weeks, and they are taking a safety-first approach where they're not covering certain topics. Now, when it comes to Google Ads gives you complete control. You can do keywords, there's remarketing, you can do audience-based targeting, there's location-based targeting. And while ChatGPT is going to give you information eventually based upon the stored knowledge that it has about who you're targeting, this isn't coming yet, which just means, again, that when it comes to targeting and control, Google is just so far ahead. But again, this is something that's going to change, because ChatGPT isn't going to roll out an advertising platform that has no targeting and controls. Every advertiser is going to need this. So again, watch this space, because this is going to change. Now, when it comes to measurement and attribution, again, Google really does win with this. A massive pro for them. You've got tools like Looker Studio, Google Analytics. It's very easy to set up Google Tag Manager in order to track every stage of the buyer journey. And whilst most business owners that I speak to still share the frustration that setting up tracking is difficult, it can be done. I've done it for the different businesses that I've grown, and you can definitely do it. And again, with ChatGPT, it just doesn't exist yet. Now, we are trying to change that with Ad Intel, so I definitely would watch this space and sign up for the waiting list in the first link in the description. But ChatGPT is still very far behind. So those are all the different pros and cons that you need to bear in mind. I'm now going to go through the predictions. Obviously, Google Ads right now is so much further ahead than ChatGPT Ads. I'd be lying to you if I said that ChatGPT Ads are better. However, these are hot predictions that I believe are going to make ChatGPT Ads the biggest opportunity in 2026 and beyond. Now, first of all, I do believe that ChatGPT, OpenAI, will release an ads manager in Q3 or Q4 of 2026. This ads manager is going to allow you to have really specific targeting to specific personas that you want to attract. You're going to be able to set up your tracking really similar to how you do with Google and Meta, and you're going to be able to target specific prompts or more likely themes where you can target not necessarily keywords, but let's say you're a company that sells running shoes. You'll be able to target tons of different prompts within the theme running shoes towards specific personas, which when you combine intent and targeting is what's going to make this a massive opportunity. And the reason that I'm so confident that this is going to work is because OpenAI has hired key execs such as Fidji Simo, who's one of the people that launched the ad products at Facebook, including video ads, lead ads, instant experiences, carousel ads. So they really do have the experience to make this work. They have the reach. Now it's just about execution. On top of that, I believe ChatGPT and specifically ChatGPT Ads is really going to double down on e-commerce. They already have GPT Shopping, and you can see it's very likely similar to Google Ads and Google Shopping that you're going to have sponsored results in these shopping results that a lot of people are just going to click on, especially if it feels relatively subtle and it's integrated into the answer that we already trust. If you're looking for an example of that, you can see here that ChatGPT has already partnered with Etsy to give the ability to check out directly within ChatGPT. So it makes sense that they're naturally going to focus on this, especially given that they get a 4% commission for any transactions that go through ChatGPT. So I can definitely imagine that they're going to limit shopping ads to only those products and businesses that are compatible to GPT Shopping. Now, my third prediction is actually more around Google and the fact that Gemini is very likely to roll out ads. This will come soon after ChatGPT Ads because OpenAI has essentially given Google permission in order to also roll out advertising in Gemini. They didn't want to be first. The PR backlash would be too high. OpenAI is currently getting the full force of that. And I expect Gemini to start rolling out ads, first of all, starting in shopping, but also in local results. You can see that Gemini is pulling the information from Google Maps. Google already has advertising. Google already has all of the different inventory. And I expect Gemini to have ads very, very soon, most likely in 2026. So there you are, everyone. Those are the pros and cons of Google versus ChatGPT ads, as well as my 3 hot predictions. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to this channel. Check out the 2 links in the description, and I'll see you in the next video.